everybody, welcome to another episode of Superpower Review. I'm your host, Kevin Videnia, and today we're going to be doing a review on the new Diamond Select Toys half-scale Venom bust. So before we get into the statue, let's take a look at the box. All right, everybody, so this is the box for the Venom bust. As you can see, it has a the camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's got a very sleek look to it. We have some like gold lettering here. It says nice Venom half-scale resin bust, as you can see. This box is actually pretty stunning, and I know I've said in the past on other episodes that I don't really keep a lot of my boxes for certain figures, but this one I'm keeping for sure. I really like the look of this one. This is a logo here of Legends. It says Legends in three dimensions. So this is a new line that Diamond Select Toys is going to be doing. So we're going to be getting a lot of statues such as this Venom bust. And then on the back, we just get like, you know, a little brief description of the character Venom. And I'm sure you all know the brief history. You know, the symbiote comes from Spider-Man, and Eddie Brock gets the symbiote in issue 300, Amazing Spider-Man number 300. But overall, really nice box. And also on the back, it also tells you what number statue this is. This is limited to 1,000 pieces, so this is 162 out of 1,000. So it's a really nice limited edition piece, and yeah, so that's the box. So let's get into the statue now. Nice little box. So let's get into the statue now, or the bust. This is my first bust statue, and I'm going to have to say, I'm going to be honest right off the bat. When this was out for pre-order and I saw it, I wasn't a huge fan. And then it came out, and I saw it in my local toy shop, and I was like, you know, it's actually really cool in person. Shout out to the best wifey in the world for picking this up for me for Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about a little bit about this statue. First off, it is 100% resin, so you have to be careful with this one. It's not like PVC where it can, you know, take a little of a beating. This is a half-scale bust. This stands about at 10 inches tall, and I feel like this is a bit small for a half-scale. If you picture Venom, Venom is this huge, grotesque monster, and he's probably about 3 times bigger than what I am. So you can only imagine a huge head, so I think this is a bit small for a half scale. But with that being said, with the statue already being about 10 inches tall, I'm not complaining on how big it actually is. I actually think that this size is perfect for my collection, at least. I don't know if it is for your collection, but I know a lot of people also collect like full-size busts. I feel like this is just a really perfect size. So let's look at the base. We'll start from the base and we'll go on our way up. Again, like I said before, I wasn't a huge fan of the statue, and I was not a fan of the base at all. When I first saw this statue in photos, I wasn't a big fan of the base, but the base is actually growing on me, and I actually kind of like it. So we get this like brick looking base. It kind of almost looks like a chimney, if you will. And then we kind of have like little like symbiote tendrils running down it, which looks pretty cool. It looks really nice, actually. Again, not a big fan of it at first, but it grew on me. And then as we look up, okay, if we go actually into Venom, this is a really good sculpted piece. It's really, really nice. You get to see his muscles, the definition of his muscles. If we turn around and we get to like see his back, that looks really nice. You get some like little ripples over here from, you know, his head being turned. And on camera for you, it looks black, but there's actually some blue highlights in the paint here, and that is a really nice touch. So if you get like just like a little bit of light, you get like a little blue glisten on Venom, which is a nice little touch because I like a little bit of highlight on Venom. I don't like just a straight up, straight colored black Venom. He's got to have some tint to him. So there's that. I do see a few things in here that I feel like could be a little bit better for this statue. For instance, the eyes. If we could get like a little look on his eyes here. His eyes, I wish were, if the sculptor could have maybe made the eyes into the head a little bit more. And not to say anything bad, but the eyes kind of almost look like they're stickers, and they almost look like they're just kind of like stuck on there. But it is part of the sculpt, and it is part of the statue. So that is one thing that I wish would have been changed. But this thing is pretty detailed, pretty clean. But when we get close to the teeth here, as you can, if you can look like right here, over here on the teeth aren't as painted as clean as I feel like they could be. As the teeth are white, but there's like some red here, like the same colored pink or red that you see for his gums and his tongue. But nonetheless, he looks really, really vicious. I really love his mouth. You know, of course, Venom has a gross, grotesque mouth, and it's amazing. I like how his tongue and his gums have the right amount of sheen, so it looks like it's wet. And a nice little touch here too as well is that we have some slime on his tongue as well. And we have some drips coming off his tongue. I highly suggest, not only is this statue fragile enough as it is already, but these pieces, these drip pieces, would be something very easily that could be broken. So just a little touch. They're a little translucent too, so you can see through them. They're not like a solid green. They have you know, some translucency to them, but nonetheless a really cool statue. So the things that I really love about this statue is definitely the sculpts. I love his mouth. I think his mouth looks so awesome. This piece really reminds me of, like, you know, like Mark Bagley work. You know, the sharp teeth, the long slimy tongue. If I were to give this thing a review using the CGC grades, using the things that I did like and don't like, I would have to give this thing a CGC grading of a 9.4. I definitely love the sculpt, and I definitely love the paint apps on it. But again, there are some things that are a little bit messy, like the teeth. The teeth aren't as clean as they could be, but that's okay. I'll take it. Look at that. That's a great shot right there. That's a really cool shot. Nice side profile shot of the statue. Paint apps look great. Sculpture looks great. And it's a really cool piece. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. If you want this piece, this was another thing that I was kind of meh about. I do have other Diamond Select toy statues, as you can see on the channel. And I did a Diamond Select Toys review on the Venom statue, where he's like kind of like busting out of the glass capsule with the green slime. That was a $150 statue, and if you want this one, you're getting a little bit less product for like resin I'm talking about, and this is also going for $140. And I really feel like this statue is maybe a little bit overpriced, possibly. I think like the right price for this statue would have been like maybe like $120 to $100. Seeing how it's not like a full-blown statue, it's just a bust shot. So that was another thing that I kind of wanted to mention before we go. So this is a highly suggested Venom statue if you're a Venom fan like I am. So I highly suggest you pick this up and display it in your collection today. So I think that's going to do it for today's episode. If you like this channel, make sure you give it a like. A little love can go a long way. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.